What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another After Hours Reactions podcast, TV time. And you already know who it is, your host, Bobby Bravo. And right now, you already know, if you don't see no videos on the screen, you got my thoughts. So like I promised y'all before, we about to chill with some of the thoughts and questions that I need to ask and see if anybody out there got any questions. Answers, not questions. But see if anybody got any answers for me, or do they just be thinking the same thing I'm thinking? Is it just me? I just want to know, is it just me? So if we sit here and really take the time and really try to think about some of the stuff that's going on, it makes sense. Not illegal yet. But you already know, promotion the platform. So check out everything I've been doing. Spread the word, share it, whatever, rewatch. Whatever you like, the material's out there. You can do whatever you want with it. Like I said, I don't make stuff just for you to watch it one time. I would love for you to go back and revisit if you have any favorite shows that will work out for me. But other than that, you already know we about to get started. So without further ado, let me go to my first question at hand. So my first topic question would be, and before I start this, I did a few shows like this, and I just want to let y'all know these are my opinions and my thoughts. Some of the facts I'm going to shoot to y'all on the screen, and I'm going to still give my opinion on the facts. So don't sit here and try to come for me or say, oh, you're wrong, and whatever the fuck. This is how I'm thinking. This is how I feel about it. I'm saying everybody's opinion ain't right. So everybody got opinions. So all I'm saying is don't get offended by some of the stuff I'm saying or how I'm feeling. Because at the end of the day, it's just my opinion and my thoughts. So the first question would be, all right, if we can't believe everything we read, how can we trust the internet or anything that has been told to us in history? I'm going to read it again. If we can't believe everything we read, how can we trust anything that's on the internet or in books, for that matter, or anything that has been taught to us in history? So let me elaborate. So I don't know if y'all got people that always say that, hey, you can't really believe everything you hear, and you can't really da 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 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it makes you think, right? If I can't believe everything that I read, then what the hell? That's how we intel most of our information, is by reading. So if I go on Google, or if I get an old book or something or whatever, how's it that people tell us that we can't trust stuff that we read, but yet still all this information is for us to read? So they'll tell you, this is how contradicting this stuff be sometimes. They'll tell you, oh, you can't trust everything you read in a book. But then they go to Google. Or you can't trust everything you see on Google. But, you know what I'm saying, you can't trust anything you read in the book either. So where are we supposed to get our intel from? Where are we supposed to get our information? And then people that's telling us stuff about history, and this kind of, I guess this kind of like rubs on I had a show like this previously where I asked about stuff that happened way back when. How can they tell us what happened then, and you know what I'm saying? So then and now. So basically I'm saying is, if we get information back from history back then, how can we really trust it? Because we don't know how many times it's been rewrote. So to further my point, have you ever been talking to somebody about a religious aspect or a standpoint, and you might say something that's out the Bible, and they ask you, is it from the Old Testament or New One? That lets you know it's been rewrote, I guess, right? That's how I take it. If it's saying the Old Testament or the New One, why would there be a New Testament if the old one is already supposed to be the most authentic? So that lets me know that somebody rewrote some of these rules and testaments that's inside of this book. So if they're doing it with the Bible, ain't no telling if they can do it with history books and anything else that we have learned. To start, you know what I'm saying, tweaking little things, like taking stuff out. Don't leave stuff in there, or stuff that we should be knowing that we might need to know as a human race, that can further our, you know what I'm saying, our the things that we got going on as far as our what's the word I'm looking for? Like our economy and things that we can use in today to further, you know what I'm saying, the human ability to live. So I'm not, like I said, I don't know a lot of big words, but y'all know what I'm saying. So I'm I'm just saying. So if we can't trust what we read, then how can we really trust our history? I mean, that don't make. I don't know, man. It's kind of it makes no sense to me because I'm like, damn, you don't trust everything you read. Don't trust this. Don't trust that. But everything that we do is from intel, from reading. Like they say that they always say, if you wanna hide something from somebody, what do? You put it in a book. But then they turn around and tell us, hey, you can't trust what you just read. Or like with the news, don't trust everything you see on the news or whatever, which is kind of true because you can't really trust everything you watch on the news because some of the news be kind of like deflection. But some of that stuff do be true. But it's like now we have to go through life and decipher what we think is real, and that's why everybody come up with their own beliefs because everybody's deciphering and analyzing everything and taking it in differently. So you telling us not to believe certain stuff, and then certain people can be like, "Oh, well, I think it's this." That's how you get so many conspirators and people that think they really know what's going on and stuff like that because they're picking and choosing what they want to believe in because y'all telling us not to believe in everything. But when y'all put it out there, present it to us, and sit it out there, it's out there for a reason. Like it's a lot of stuff that I feel that we just overlook, and it's out there for a reason. Like for example, astronomy. I don't believe everything about astronomy, and I know this kind of touched on what I just said, but some of the stuff, like you kind of you use what I guess applies to you. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people that don't believe it at all, or it might be other things like that's just something I can think of real quick that stuck out. But basically, what I'm trying to say is, I guess I don't know the history behind astronomy, but I think what was told to me, like it came from like ancient Native Americans. They used astronomy to figure out certain things. I believe. Don't quote me on it. I could be wrong on that, but there's people that don't believe it at all. And I'm kind of like basically what I'm trying to say is it's out there for a reason. So you might not believe it, but why is it out here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why is it so many connections to certain other things? Like it's out there for a reason. So basically what I'm trying to say is even though they tell us that we can't believe everything we read, I guess this is what we're gonna have to do is decipher what we think is real. That's the only way people can live is if we decipher what we think is real. We have to take in what we think is real. So I don't know. Y'all can let me know how y'all feel about that down in the comment section. But I'm gonna go into the next one. The next question. This next question is kind of I'm gonna have to reword it because how I got it on the paper. I don't want to say it like this. So basically, what I'm gonna say is, if you are not involved or do anything in that trade or that skill, can you physically give an honest opinion? I'm gonna say it again. So if you are not physically doing nothing in that trade or field or skill, can you honestly give a critique opinion? Now this is kind of touchy. So basically, what I'm trying to say is like, all right, for example, you got a lot of food critics nowadays. There's a lot of people that's doing food critics, and none of you motherfuckers can cook worth a goddamn. But y'all out here criticizing everybody's fucking food, and y'all can't cook worth a fucking lick. That's just one example. Then you got people that all right. This is just, I guess, musically. I guess it's kind of like a different way of putting this question, but basically, how can you be the best at something if you don't do it? That's kind of like that covers everything what I'm trying to say. How can you be the best, or how can you really, like I said, how can you give an opinion on something and that's not what you do? So basically, like a person, okay, for instance, like an artist. If you don't write your lyrics, how can you be called the best and you don't write your fucking lyrics? How can you be called an artist or a rapper and you don't write shit? People give it to you. So these are the same people that would critique other people that's really writing their shit. That's really going in there, spending hours putting down bars, whatever the fuck, trying to write their own music. These are the type of people that would critique, oh, that's not good enough. I think that's da-da-da. You should do it like this. Or, like I said, with the people that cook. You might get somebody to come taste. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with having your opinion and giving your opinion at the end of the day. I'm not against none of that. But y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all can decipher what I'm saying. I'm saying the people that you know damn well that are just, they don't do nothing that you do, but they always have an opinion about how you do it. So, do their opinion really count at the end of the day? Or are they allowed to give you an opinion about what you're doing at the end of the day? That's what I'm saying. So, if you, like I said, if you in the kitchen slaving all day long, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be, and you know what I mean? All right, I could put it in a different way. Like, okay, say for the ladies that's in a relationship, if your dude come home knowing damn well he don't cook, you've been slaving over the stove all fucking day, you've been doing this and doing that, and the first thing he comes say, well, man, you could have put some more salt in this, or you could have at least fried this harder. You gonna be looking at this nigga like, boy, are you out your fucking mind? Like, nigga, I cooked that. Nigga, you don't even cook. How the fuck you gonna tell me that's how that shit's gonna start. So that's what I'm saying. So, and same thing with a woman and a man. A man can take the car, go do some stuff, get it detailed, fix it up a little bit, bring it back to his woman. Well, why ain't you sweep the floor, or why ain't you wipe this? Man, look, you damn near be ready to call her out her name. Like, you could take your shit and go get it done yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's almost, that's basically what I'm saying. Like, if people don't do something, or they're not, you know what I'm saying, or they're not doing what they if they're not in that field of what you know or what you can do, how can they really place an opinion or any critique or on anything that you're doing at the end of the day? So I just want to know, like, to everybody that's watching this, are these people allowed to give you an opinion on you at the end of the day? If you're doing something with your trade and your skill, and you know, okay, like I said, you know, it might need work or whatever, but like I said, y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all can decipher between somebody who's trying to give you an honest opinion about something and hey, I want you to better yourself on this, though, or then somebody is just really trying to, you know, be negative. It's a thin line in that shit, but you have to figure out and filter out where's the thin line. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a thin line between hating and critiquement. Some people can really be hating on you and you take it as critiquement, and some people can be critiquing you and you taking it as hate. So at the end of the day, you have to really decipher which one filters out better for you at the end of the day for your whatever it is that you're doing. So that's that question. Like I said, I ain't gonna spend too much time on some of these questions, but I'm just putting stuff out there for us to think about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just as human beings, do we really think about stuff like this at the end of the day? When you take somebody's opinion about what you're doing, how do you know they even know what you know in your field, in your skill? So it's almost like I said, I don't want to sound offensive or nothing, but it's almost like I said, a blind person telling you that you didn't use enough coloring in your coloring book. How would you know? Or a deaf person telling you, hey, your music too loud. How would you know? And I swear to God, I don't mean nothing about it. I don't mean nothing by these analogies. I swear, I don't mean nothing by these analogies. I'm just saying, like, that's how that sounds at the end of the day. I don't mean to offend nobody. So I don't know. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. So just think about that. The next one will be, this is, man, look, I've been waiting to kind of talk about this. When Predo, well, I don't even know what to call him. When Preddies go to jail, how come the parents don't go with them? I'm gonna repeat it. When Petties and Preddies go to jail, how come the parents don't go with them? And what I'm saying is, and this is not for you parents has been a victim of a Preddy taking your child and doing whatever they want with them, or you didn't know nothing about it. I'm not talking to none of y'all. This is not for y'all. I'm talking to the people that willingly hand your kid over to a Preddy. And when shit start going sideways, then you want to start screaming, start crying wolf. Oh, they have my child and da da da. Like I kind of touched up on this on my TikTok or whatever, but I want to retouch up on it on here, on this platform. So I want to know why does not, like with all the cases that you see with R. Kelly, and like I said, I never wanted to touch up on some of this stuff on my platform because it's too much of this already going on in the world, and I feel like I want to bring something different to the table. But I'm just using these as examples. But like with the cases like with R. Kelly, and now you got Diddy, who else? The Epstein and whoever that's dealing with kids, and now all of a sudden allegedly Drake. When you send your 14, 13, 15-year-old kid around these grown men and they got their number, texting them back and forth, taking them out on dinners, where the fuck is the parents? Why is this shit cool? Then when the dude get locked up, where is the fucking parents? Because they should be in the cell right next to them. At the end of the day, if you willingly give your kid over to a Preddy to be Kama Sutra trapped, Kama Sutra trapping, if what they want to call it, body trapping. Know what I'm saying? So, because y'all already know what I'm trying to say, trafficking. Because I can't really say what I want to say, so we're going to say Kama Sutra trapping. At the end of the day, how can you sit here and play victim at the end of the day, knowing that you let this grown man be around your kid? And you was cool with it at 14, 15 years old. So when they, like I said, when the shit hits the fan, all of a sudden, I didn't know what they was doing. I didn't know this. I didn't know that. Like with the situation with R. Kelly. When the alleged parents was up here saying that, he got my child and I hadn't seen them in months and I ain't seen them since such and such, and they stand in front of their house. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. To the real parents, y'all know what I'm saying. I'm going to jail. Fuck your security. Fuck your. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no such thing as he won't let me have my kid back, or she won't let me have my kid back, and you know where they're at? No, bro, I'm not going for it. So y'all need to serve just as much time as the accuser or whatever they want, the threat or the petty, the predator. Y'all know what I'm trying to say at the end of the day. Y'all need to serve just as much time as them. Because if they got it on file and record that, hey, you sent your kid over there, you said it was okay, you signed away your rights for your kid to go over there. Like the with Diddy situation when he got custody of Usher. Ain't no way. You 13, 14, ain't no such thing as Hollywood, bro. What are you talking about right now? If you want to learn how to sing, get your ass in the shower and practice. Or I'll buy you a little karaoke machine, or I'll get you some, you know what I'm saying, some lessons or whatever. Throw a little party around the block or something and throw little concerts or something. Why are y'all sending y'all kids straight to fucking Hollywood? That sounds like y'all selling y'all kids and y'all was on a mission. Y'all knew it was gonna be Kama Sutra trapping at the end of the day. Y'all know all about these things. And y'all still sticking your kid out there. Oh, I thought he was a loving, charming guy. I thought this, I thought that. Ain't no way in hell if you really a concerning parent that you're going to let your 13, 14, 15, 16-year-old kid, even 17-year-old kid go amongst some grown people in Hollywood. Why ain't nobody blaming the parents, bro, at the end of the day? Yeah, y'all caught the right people, but y'all caught the wrong people because y'all are not investigating none of the parents because they had a role in this too. And like I said, at the end of the day, it ain't like the motherfuckers pulled up and, hey, I want that kid. Give me that kid. No. Y'all are giving y'all rights away to these people in Hollywood and letting them take your kids. Y'all should be in there too. So I took longer than what I wanted to on that subject, but it makes no sense to me how people are just, oh, throw him in jail, and then the kid goes right back to their fucking parents, the people who gave them to them in the first fucking place. And then on top of that, with certain things that's going on, why ain't y'all not blaming certain people? Like, they had these people, like I said, the R. Kelly, the Drakes, the Diddy's, the Dillers, whatever the fuck you want to call them. They have people working for them. So instead of you just nabbing them, you need to nab them and the people that's going out grabbing the kids, bring them back to them. And the parent, like I said, the parents at the end of the day that's connected to these kids act like they don't give a hell about them. They all need to be nabbed at the end of the day. So what's fair is what's fair. And right now, y'all are on some straight up BS when it comes to some of these pretty foul cases. Because like I said, at the end of the day, y'all all need to be arrested. All the fucking parents, the pedophiles, all of them. Alright, so y'all can comment on that. Let me know what y'all think. Am I tripping or am I going too far? Please, can I get some comment participation on some of these subjects? Normally I don't ask. I mean, I do ask, but I'm saying this time I really want to see what y'all think. So if y'all can comment down below on some of these things that I'm touching upon and let me know if I'm tripping or not, or what do y'all think, or what is your perspective of what you think should happen to our Kama Sutra trapper. So them are my topic questions. We went to the 3 topic questions. Now my main questions that's coming up, I got 2 main questions, and I forgot to tell y'all, of course, I got the Tubi movies at the end of this. So I forgot to say that. I knew it was something I forgot to say at the beginning of the show, but it's cool. So if you want to see what I got recommended for Tubi, just stick around. But my main question will go, number 1, where do our taxes go? I'm gonna ask again. Where do our taxes go? So when I look up, and I'm gonna throw some of this information up on the screen. Like I said, I'm gonna throw some facts on the screen for y'all. When I looked up what are taxes used for and what they go or where they go, they're supposed to be used for police, cities, libraries, hospitals, blah, blah, blah. That's what they say, right? These last, I guess few years, taxes has been eating us up. I'm talking about eating us up. And if these fucking taxes are used for police, hospitals, roads, libraries, etc., why the fuck y'all keep fixing the same fucking road that I go down all the fucking time? Like there's not other fucking streets around. Y'all fix the same fucking streets, same roads every 2 years. For those who live in Ohio, know what I mean. Gettysburg, Maine, Salem, and it's probably one that I'm fucking forgetting, but they get worked on every 2 years in the same spots. That's crazy. So at the end of the day, what are y'all doing with our money? Y'all paying, y'all giving our tax money to the cops that want to beat our ass at the end of the day, want to kill us. They doing all this fucking foul shit to us at the end of the day. And y'all, we paying them. Then our tax money goes to the hospitals, and we're still stuck with a hospital bill after we have insurance. Y'all can't sit here and tell me insurance pays for every fucking thing, because it don't. For some of the people that's at the bottom, or it might be middle class, we still get stuck with fucking medical bills. And y'all taking taxes out our fucking money for hospitals and medical. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Because right now I'm broke. Because it don't make no sense. And then, like I said, then when we found, listen to the process of what you got to do to get your tax money back at the end of the year. All right, so you get your taxes, right? You look at them. Now you have to get some money to go file your taxes. You file your taxes. They come back. Now you have to take the money that possibly you might have got in a refund to pay your other taxes. After they just taxed the money that you got back in your refund. And then if you don't have a bank account or anything to cash your check, or if depending on how you get your money, it's going to get taxed again. So what the fuck, man? Everything has taxes on it. So why are we still in debt? Why are roads still fucked up? Why do we have the most remedial police officers on the force sometimes? Not all of them, but some. Not all of them, but it's a few of them. Why do we have the most ratchet ass hospitals? In our libraries, some of the libraries around the way starting to look better. Granted, I give y'all that. But at the end of the day, where is all the benefits that's coming from us paying taxes? Now we're starting to find out we're not even gonna have Social Security probably for like people, the 80s people. And I feel sorry for everybody coming after us, because y'all probably definitely not gonna have no Social Security. The people that's on their way to get retired right now, they have a $3,000 bucket for when they retire. How the fuck are they supposed to survive off $3,000 at 67 years old, 68 years old? It smells like a hustle to me. I'm gonna be honest. All this shit smells like a fucking hustle to me. It does. If you really think about it, we as Americans seem like we are being hustled by our own fucking country. But I don't want them to, like I said, I don't want to get flagged. I don't want nobody coming for me. But I'm just saying the shit is very frustrating and exhausting. And don't get this, the minute that you don't pay your taxes or you late, they on your ass. And you've been paying these niggas all fucking year. How is that possible? I've been giving you money all year. You give me money back, and then you put the pressure on me to give it back. Make it make sense. What the fuck? Like, you feel me? Like, am I the only one that's like, bro? I feel like, bro, I swear to God, I feel like extraterrestrial right now. Like, I be feeling like I don't belong here sometimes. Like, cause the way I think, I just feel like I don't. Maybe I'm just too out the box sometimes. Maybe I'm just too, I guess analytical sometimes, or I overanalyze stuff. I don't know. But if it don't make sense to me, it don't make sense to me. That's all I'm gonna say. And a lot of these things that I'm asking you if you really think about it, I'm not too far off. I really ain't. Okay, so with that, let's go to the next one. Question number 2 of the main questions. Who built the firmament? I'm gonna say it again. Who built the firmament? For those who don't know what the firmament is, I will throw it up on the screen here in a minute so you can see what I'm saying. But like I said, I touched up on this subject on my other show. It's a few shows back. Like I said, it's one of my other thought shows. You can check it out if you want to, if you missed it. But basically what I'm saying is, last time I talked about the firmament, I was basically saying, how do we know what's outside the universe if we stuck inside of a glass bowl? And how do we know what exists outside of that if there's nothing but water around us? There are so many fucking questions about this shit that I just sometimes I don't want to seem like my faith is broken or I just don't believe, but it's a lot of questions that really don't, it just don't sit with me. So basically what I'm saying is, if we're submerged underwater in a glass dome like this, when you submerge underwater in a glass dome, like I said, I'm gonna put it on the screen if it ain't already up there. But how the hell, who built this glass dome around the earth like this for us to stay up underwater? Where did the glass come from? How thick is this fucking glass? What type of metal do you have to have on this firmament for it not to rust? Is that antimanium? Is that the Wolverine claws? Like, I'm trying to I'm trying to figure out, like, bro, if we are up under a glass dome, who built that motherfucker? And the earth is what? 1 billion years old? So you mean to tell me they had glass and steel and nuts and bolts and all the, like, because I'm trying to figure out how is the firmament built? Like, how it has to be an end. It has to be like some type. It has to. Y'all know what I'm saying, bro? It has to be something connected down to where there's no water getting in and getting out. It has to have that. The fucking dome has to have a hell of a sealant. Is what I'm trying to say. I get my Porky Pig on because I'm so fucking baffled about this shit, because when I looked it up, like I said, the heavens and the I guess the heavens, the God and the heavens that we know of God and heaven is like above the firmament. It's not even in the dome. So how the fuck do we know? How do we know? So I'm stuck. Like, how do we know? Like, and I didn't want to. I was going to Google and ask who built the firmament, but I was, like I said in the very first question that I started, how can I take that for face value? How do we know? So unless there's a artifact showing somewhere that God physically, I don't know. God, he physically just start putting stuff together with us. Like, well, I guess what, we are a snow globe. So have y'all ever seen like Men in Black? Y'all remember when he opened up the locker? You feel me? And you seen all the little people and shit in there. Is that what this is supposed to be? There's somebody like that can like look in the water and then which is even more crazier. If we're in a glass bowl and then there's stuff stuck in the ocean that we have never discovered. So you mean to tell me we trapped with these fucking big ass sea monsters and shit? All this shit that's like, I'm talking about titanically big, Titan big. We trapped in this fucking bone in his bowl with all this shit. Can somebody elaborate and let me know if I'm looking at this wrong, or can you guide me in the right direction? I have questions, and if you have answers, I am willing to listen. I am willing to listen to them. I'm willing to have an open mind about this situation. Everything I have talked about, I am willing to have an open mind about this in an open discussion about it to see if I can learn something from what you're trying to put down. So if I'm losing it, let me know. But at the end of the day, I don't know if it's too much more I can touch up on that. But that's what really sticks out to me when I think about the firmament. Who built it? Where did the material come from? How did you submerge a earth or a flat dry land underwater? Because at the end of the day, the firmament only covers the land. I think it don't go up under. I don't think it. Well, it might do. I don't know. Like I said, y'all see it once I put it up on the screen. But when I looked it up, it didn't look like it covered the bottom of the grass. I mean, the land, or what we call Earth. So it's baffling and it's bothersome. But all right, to get off that, now I got all that off of my chest. Like I said, I'm gonna have some more thoughts here soon once I get through my other shows. I got, like I said, oh shit, let me get to the Tubi movies. My bad. The Tubi sleepers. We got number 1, Sloppy Seconds. This movie is pretty disturbing. I'm gonna keep it a buck out with you. If you know somebody that's really going through some bad stuff in their relationship, I'm talking about like super bad. Like, I ain't talking about like every now and then she gets smacked on, or I mean, it's all bad. You should never be hitting. You should never be putting your hands on each other. Period. I don't care what's going on. Nobody should be putting their hands on each other in a relationship. Period. But if you gotta defend yourself, that's one thing. I understand. If you gotta defend yourself, cool. But make sure you get up out, leave. But with this movie, for the women and men, I guess, but do not fall in love with somebody so much that you forget about yourself and you forget that you're a human. And I'll just leave it like that. Know your self-worth and just don't forget that you are still a human at the end of the day. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Like I said, it's called Sloppy Seconds on Tubi. Y'all can go check it out. It can be cringing. I'm just letting you know. It's a couple parts that's kind of cringy. But if you can get past that, I mean, just check it out and watch it. The second Tubi movie will be called No New Friends. This movie is basically like I said, y'all know these movies come with a twist, so I ain't telling you too much shit, but be careful who you call a friend. That's all I'm gonna say. Be careful who you call a friend. Be careful who you think is your friend. Be careful who you thought was your friend, because y'all been friends for so fucking long. So when it comes to that friend word, it's very touchy, because your own kin and people that you like, your own kin can treat you like a friend, is what I'm trying to say. And sometimes friends can treat you like family. But at the end of the day, you really have to watch who you have around in your corner, because it could be a motherfucker that you've been riding with for years, plotting on your demise, and you don't know it, because they might be holding a grudge about some shit that you did when y'all was probably babies, or not even. I'm talking about teenagers, not babies, but like teenagers type shit, or whatever the fuck. It might be some. The girl you might have, her dude might start liking you or some shit and whatever, and she got jealous over that because she couldn't keep him, or the dude, you feel me, one of your partners might have pushed up on your baby moms, or or whatever, or they might have did something, or you took, whatever the case may be. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, and it creates a friction, and it put an implant in their mind to never forget that. So it's like, you gotta really watch who you have around you at the end of the day. So, like I said, it's called No New Friends. Go check it out. It ain't too much of a cringer, but it has a nice little plot and twist to it, and it does get you to think. Like, damn, who do I really have around me? But with that being said, like I said before about the Tubi movies I brought up, I got more shows coming up. Got more blooper reactions coming up. More food reactions coming up. More interview reactions coming up as far as dealing with stuff that's going on. I got some stuff for y'all. Know what I'm saying? So please stay tuned. And like I said, stay safe, be dangerous, like, share, and subscribe. And I love y'all. And please and thank y'all for everything y'all doing. And peace.